Welcome to the French Wedding Podcast with your host Naïm, the only podcast in English about weddings in France. Great conversations, tips and insights about your French wedding, some wisdom before your big day, and the opportunity to hear wedding professionals actually living and working in France, only for your day to be the most amazing to remember.
Hello everyone and welcome to the French Wedding Podcast. Greetings from France. This is the place where we're recording this show. I'm Naïm, professional ceremony officiant based in my hometown Paris, and I created this show especially for future brides and grooms willing to get married in Paris or anywhere in France. Each episode is an occasion to meet a main actor of the industry, can be a vendor such as a wedding planner, hair and makeup artist, bridal salon, videographer, venue owner, bloggers, you name it. This show exists to bring you some insight about how people do things in France regarding the wedding industry, but we also share funny stories, things to know, and special memories when we happen to work together on the very same wedding. My guest today just spent a decade traveling France, Europe, and yes, the whole world, living the dream of being a hair and makeup artist, offering her services to brides. She's now based in the southwest of France. Let's hear Claire Jones on the French Wedding Podcast. Claire, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. Pleased to be here.
Very, very happy as always for another episode. And today we're talking about makeup.
We are. Hair and makeup.
Let's go.
What do you want to know?
Hit me. Shoot. So how's everything for you going except the crazy world situation? Claire, tell us about this.
Well, this year's been awful, just devastating, not just for me, but for everybody in the industry. And my heart goes out to everybody. It's not one wedding, having had a very packed season booked for May through to the end of October. But up until then, and the other side into 21 and 22, it's been fantastic, and it's looking like it's going to be marvelous. I couldn't be happier. Very, very positive. Absolutely. If you don't channel your positive thoughts, then nothing positive can happen.
Absolutely agree with that, and I think everybody in the wedding industry and in the business world in general needs to rely on this situation to cope with this feeling of positivity. So
absolutely, all for that.
How did everything started? How long have you been established, Claire?
I've been doing what I do for about a decade now. And when I moved to this corner of France, I decided to really pursue weddings. And I made the acquaintance of a lady called Emma Willett, who you've also already interviewed, I understand.
Yeah, I know Emma.
Yeah. And we set up our own little hair and makeup team. So she was doing hair, I was doing makeup, and we literally crossed the country doing weddings and looking after our brides. So great. That's how I fell into it, really. And it's become an absolute passion. I love it. I love my clients. I love my job, and I love the traveling.
This is what I've seen on your website when I was investigating a little bit before the interview. Yes, a little bit. That's my job. I'm only doing my job. The thing that I really liked is, you seem very passionate. Everybody is passionate in their job, I hope, but this really lights up in your website.
Oh my God, I love it.
How did it come?
I literally, I did my first wedding, and as anyone who goes to do their first wedding knows, you are racked with nerve. And I was almost physically sick because it's such an important day to a couple, and you just really don't want to mess it up. And hair and makeup is really important. I mean, you have your face, the bride's face, and the bridesmaid's faces are going to be in all the photographs, and those photographs are going to end up in wedding albums for years to come. So it's really important that you give your all and that you don't half mark anything. You actually go in and deliver. So that responsibility on my shoulders at that point was so enormous that I did actually feel physically sick. But there was such a high when you come away and your clients are thrilled to bits. They've gone out of the door, big smiles on their faces, giving cuddles and saying, "Thank you so much. I feel amazing." That's job satisfaction. There's nothing that can beat it. Being with people is amazing, and helping them.
So you're like a people person.
Oh, really? Yeah, totally.
A lot of people are like that in the wedding industry. You're going to say, of course,
I
that's
think you have
obvious.
to be. If you're not a people
have to,
person,
yeah.
you know, there's probably no place for you, because there is so much communication that has to happen right from the first introduction, right the way through to well after the wedding, when you're still maintaining that relationship and gathering photographs and staying in contact. And I'm very, very fortunate that a large number of my brides have stayed in contact with me, and we're now friends, and we connect on Facebook or WhatsApp or send emails, and I get photographs and updates, and they're on Instagram. I just love it. It's just amazing.
Nice. It goes well after the wedding day then.
Oh yeah. It's not just a job. This is so much bigger than a job. It's building personal relationships and lasting relationships in a lot of cases.
Great. And how's everything starts there? The brides there contacting you?
Yeah, I get a lot of my contacts through Instagram. I have quite an active Instagram page for contact, which is great, because clients are obviously looking at my work and they're making sure that my style fits their style, and that's really important. And then they're contacting me through there. Also, I have some amazing relationships with some really, truly wonderful planners around the world, in fact, who make introductions when they feel they have a client that suits me and I suit them.
By the way, you're operating in France, in Europe, and basically all over the world.
Oh my God, I go wherever anyone wants me to go. I love traveling.
She found the dream job, guys.
I am absolutely living the dream, mate. Totally
this
living the dream.
This is great. How long have you been doing this?
About a decade, about 10 years.
A decade, right. And how did it pass? Very quickly, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what? It feels like yesterday, literally yesterday, that I did my first ever booking. And I just can't ever envisage not doing what I do. I absolutely love it. And I'm really, really embroiled deeply in the bridal scene, especially here in France. I run a Facebook group for brides who are getting married in France. And it's literally just for brides. There are no suppliers on there.
Okay.
It's a nice little quiet place where the brides come and they can discuss in private without the world seeing their plans. Because not everyone wants to give the secrets away about the big day.
That's true. That's a good idea.
They want there to be some surprises, and they don't necessarily want their partners to know what they're planning. And then they can talk about other things. They talk about suppliers, and they come back with photographs of their wedding day after the event.
Great.
And I encourage them to give little reviews. And I have to say, our French wedding suppliers do amazingly well. The reviews that come back through the brides are just gorgeous to read. There was just one this morning eulogizing about all the people and the venue where they got married. It's a fantastic little group. We've got about 170 brides on there. It's called the French Bridal Café.
Wow, good idea. Did you create it?
Yeah, I did. It was about January 2017. And again, I was sitting having a cup of tea with Emma. And I said to her, we were just talking about the fact that there were a lot of Facebook groups that are live for weddings. I mean, there's loads. But there's nothing dedicated specifically to brides. And it was really starting to get me down that I'd see brides go on one of the Facebook pages and ask for recommendations for a florist. And then she'll be inundated with maybe 30 photographers and hair and makeup and all the rest of it. Yeah. Yes. And I felt really sorry. And I thought, that poor girl, all she wants to know is about this. And she hasn't got the answer for that, but she's got a lot of other people touting their business. So I thought maybe if we set up a private space for brides marrying in France, then they can have that discussion with other girls or women in their situation, and they can share ideas and resources. And it's been going now, and it's still going strong. And we're just about to hit our 4th birthday in January. I'm really, and they're just amazing. It's just the friendliest group. Really, it's. I think
it's a brilliant idea because, as you say, the main issue is as soon as a bride goes up and asks for any detail about her wedding, she gets inundated by 1,000 of offers who don't have anything to do with it. So
exactly, that was it. And I just
embarrassing.
and if you care about your clients, it kind of grates on you, and it really bothered me. And I thought, I wonder how I can help. And so this is how the French Bridal Cafe was created, derived. Yeah. I also run another group on Facebook that's only for French wedding suppliers, and that's literally it's a support group.
It's the other side of the
yes.
Okay.
So I have my fingers in all the pies.
Yeah, that's what I see. That's crazy, but at least there is some kind of organization. I like that.
Yeah.
So
well, I say to you, I eat, sleep, and breathe French weddings. I really do.
Okay. Yeah. So what about this other group?
So the other group is set up for French wedding suppliers, professionals who are working with couples right across France. And it's a place for everyone to come and share challenges and also the joys of their work, any celebrate with them for any awards they may have had, and also just to bounce ideas off one another. Especially this year, it's been really useful because we had a really rocky start to the year in March when the virus hit, and it was a lot of people coming together within that group and asking questions, going, what do I do? What do you think? And basically going, come on, we're in this together. We're here to support each other. And everybody is. So from that point of view, it just helps people. And also if they're trying to find like a second shooter or they find themselves in a situation where they're unable to fulfill a wedding booking, which doesn't happen very often, I'm happy to say. But when it does, they can say, is anybody on the group who might be available? Or it may be that they're already booked for an inquiry that's come in, and they're then approaching everyone on the group and go, is anybody free on this date? I've got a bride who's looking for a florist or whatever. So it's quite it's a nice place to network, a nice friendly place to network.
And this place is open to
wedding professionals.
There's wedding professionals all around the world, or only operate?
If they work in France, if they come to France to do weddings regularly, then it's open to them as well. And it's a place to come and be able to sort of chew the ears and find some information from other people in their situation.
So you created this group. Yeah. Do you offer anything on top of that, or you're just running the group and let people do what they want to do?
It's the same with both those groups. I just let them come in and chat and do what they do. Very rarely do I have to put my admin hat on and go, can we stop that? I think it's only ever happened once, and this group's been running now for a couple of years.
Okay. Wow. Great. Coming back to your style, I want to know more about this. How would you describe it?
My style is very much embracing the bride's natural look, bringing out the very best of her features and making her feel like herself, but the best version of herself. So I'm looking. My style is probably more elegant and authentic. Timeless.
Wow, this all sounds like a pickup line. I really love it.
Well, I'm glad I'm helping you here.
It's all the words, all the terms, everything. I really love it. It's brilliant. But I can see it through the pictures. I think that's why it's a good vitrine for on Instagram for you, no?
Yeah, no, Instagram's amazing for that. It's very clear where my direction lies in terms of assisting my brides and what I'm offering to them.
Mm-hmm. So you first, when they contact you, coming back to your process, they contact you usually through that direct message on Instagram, and then you have a casual chat of what they want, what they're looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really important that I understand what they're looking for. So there is a brief chat at that point about what they're looking for, and obviously checking my availability, etc. Because I do get booked up quite quickly and quite a long way ahead. And then once we've established that, then I will make a telephone call. We have a little telephone chat just to get to know each other, and so that they get to know me as a person. It's all well and good them loving my work, but it's really important that they love me too, because if they don't, they're going to feel very uncomfortable on their wedding day. So once we've had that chat, it's great for them and it's great for me, and then we know that we're a good fit.
Mm-hmm. like a professional and also like a person, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's they as much as they look at a supplier's work, they look at the personality of that supplier to make sure that they, that vibe between us is good and that they feel comfortable, because I'm with them a long time on the wedding morning.
Yeah.
I'm often there at 7:00 in the morning, and I might not leave till 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a long time with me. So it's important that they feel comfortable, that they can come and chat to me, that we can have a giggle, that they feel like I'm a friend, not just someone there to assist them on the day.
Yeah, so you're going to be here from the start, obviously, before for the preparation, and then during the day, what do you offer? Like when they come back, they do retouching and I stay with them to the moment they go for their ceremony. Even if their ceremony overruns, I won't leave. I'm there. Right. I'm booked, and they're my priority. And I absolutely want to make sure that they're 100%. So once I finish what I do, my creative part, I can quite often be found sort of grabbing bouquets and drying the bottoms of bouquets and handing them out to bridesmaids and making sure that everybody's got what they want. I'm often found underneath bridal gown skirts, straightening out underskirts and hooking buttons together and hiding straps and cutting out label. I do all sorts, honestly. I'm there and I just want them to have everything. If I've done my job and I've got that time to assist in any other way, I'm there, because it's all about the bride. This is their big day. Arguably, it's the most important day of their lives. This is something they would have been planning for up to 2-3 years. And so anything that I can do to make their day a little bit sunnier and a little bit more comfortable and less stressful, then that's what I'm all about. Like that. Now, what is the best compliment you ever received? Do you have something in mind that pops up?
Oh my gosh. Yes, quite often. They'll come back to me and they'll say to me, "You made the day feel so comfortable. We love being in your company and you felt like one of the family." That is a real compliment.
Yes, very, very nice compliment. But I think it comes back to what you were saying about being a people's person as well as a professional.
Yeah, I think, probably.
I think people like to have a personality as well with them.
They do. And I think it's important to build that relationship. I'm very big on communication. I do like to maintain a good level of communication with my brides from the moment they book to the moment that they leave to go to get married on the day. And that includes sort of video calls and telephone calls, lots of emails, WhatsApps. We even sort of send photographs backwards and forwards and ideas. Really, really encourage that level of communication with my brides, because they then feel they feel secure working with me.
Yeah.
I feel secure because I really truly understand what they want from me and what they expect, and that I deliver exactly what they want on the day. And you can't do that by just having a couple of professional emails at the beginning of the booking and then turning up on the day. There's a lot that goes into the job.
Yeah, usually they don't picture this in general, clients, but when the time goes on and on and on, they realize they're like, oh, I have more questions, I have more doubts, I need more help on this and that. And it's very important to have people you can rely on.
It really is. And, if ever they have a query, and I don't want anyone to lose sleep over, I can't contact Claire again. Well, yeah, you can. Absolutely.
Of course.
Send me an email. Let's organize
that.
Yeah, I do. I love it. I love talking to people.
That's very important. And where are you based currently?
Right, I'm based in the southwest of France. So I'm between Poitiers and Angoulême, which is just to the side of Bordeaux.
Nice area.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, surrounded by vineyards and sunflowers. It's incredible. It's
living
really
the French dream.
Oh, it is. I mean, well, the weather here is amazing too. I mean, it's a really lovely part of the world.
Right.
That's why we have so many weddings in the Southwest, because the weddings actually, apart from today, where it's very wild and woolly outside and quite damp, in the season, the weather is actually pretty reliable. I mean, we get fabulous weather, lovely light for photographers, and beautiful chateaus, really lovely venues, and the countryside is out of this world. So it's a beautiful part of the world to get married in, and why so many come to this corner to celebrate.
Very popular.
Yeah,
absolutely love this area. It's really lovely. And you also travel to the whole country for weddings.
I go everywhere. I love it.
Except for going anywhere in the world.
Well, yeah, and I'm always either in the car, on a train, or on a plane. I'm very
always on the move.
Always, and I actually really enjoy it. I get a real thrill, and I see so many places. I've seen a lot of France, and France is so different from region to region. So many beautiful houses, and the countryside can differ from one place to another. It's just magnificent. I love Provence particularly. It's just gorgeous.
Oh my God, yeah. Provence is amazing.
Adorable.
I could probably retire there when everything will go back to normal.
I think that's the plan.
Yes. The secret plan from every wedding vendor in France.
Or maybe we should set up a little retirement home. I don't know, somewhere in Provence for ex-wedding vendors. That would be quite cool.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. We could start a Facebook group.
Oh, I'm on
Definitely.
it.
And what about the future, Claire? Talking about that, except the pandemic and all the negative thoughts that we've been all passing through, I guess. What do you have in mind for the future? Any plans, anything that you want to share with us?
Oh, no, it's funny you should say that, because I have actually been spending lockdown most of this year working on a plan for the future.
Oh,
I have.
Tell us.
So I've been looking at the wedding industry, the destination wedding industry, and how wonderful it is. And because obviously I get to travel a lot, I've got a lot of experience. And I wanted to share that with other wedding suppliers who perhaps are not yet or have not yet dipped their toe into destination weddings, and want to know how to do it, how to get into it, and how to build a respectable and a thriving destination wedding business, making them the best destination wedding supplier that they can be, thinking of all the little I's that need dotting and all the T's that need crossing to make them really bookable.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of putting together a course, but for the meantime, there is a Facebook group that I've literally just put up online in the last week or two, called Become a Destination Wedding Supplier. And it's open to those people who are working professionals who have either just started their destination wedding business or are looking to get into it.
Okay. So this is the target. Okay.
This is the target, yes. So it's really to help people. I'm all about helping people. I want to make people's dreams come true. I've been doing that through my work as a hair and makeup artist in weddings. And now I feel it's time to share some of my secrets with other suppliers who want to do what I do, not necessarily in hair and makeup, but in any part of the industry, in any part of the world. Because what I do and what I can show them is interchangeable, whatever country you're in, whether you're in America and you want to do weddings in France, or you're in France and you want to go and do weddings in Greece or Italy or in the UK. The principles are the same. So geography is not an issue. So it's open to everybody worldwide.
All right. It looks like a promising thing. I really like the idea.
Oh, that's great. That's good to get some feedback.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes, and I'll definitely put all the Facebook groups, the million Facebook groups that you are running. I will put them in the
There's a
in
few,
the show
aren't
notes.
there?
Yeah, yeah, that's very good. So, is there anything you want to offer to the audience today?
Just positivity and hope. We've got a vaccine, by the looks of it, on the cards around the world, in the UK and the USA, which will obviously filter through Europe. And because of this, it gives me great hope for the continuation of some beautiful weddings in Europe, particularly in France. I truly believe that the next year or two, we are going to see the revival of destination weddings in France, and everything's going to be amazing and wonderful. And I don't want anyone to lose hope and to start worrying about their wedding here in France, because we're all here waiting. We're all here going, we're ready to start work when you are. As soon as we're safe to do it, let's do it. And I think we could be very much on our way to coming back into our usual way of lives and giving our creativity to our clients again.
Hopefully, Claire. Thank you so much for these lovely words. And thank you so much again for being part of the show today. And I really look forward to see you on a wedding.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute blast.
Same here, Claire. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks again for listening to the show today. You can find more information on our guests in the show notes, as well as my contact and my website. If you have any questions regarding your French wedding, I'm happy to help. Also, please do not hesitate to leave a review for the show. There's also a link for that. That will literally take 1 minute of your precious time and will mean the world to me. I always appreciate your support. Thank you again very much for your time and feedback. Wishing you a great day or a great night anywhere you are in the world. I send you some good vibrations and we'll talk to you again soon for a new episode. Bye bye.